Welcome to Schooltown, an online collaborative learning environment. I am a raving fan of Schooltown, and I have been using it for 3 years for professional development. Working with teachers, I've been using this content management system to deliver curriculum, to keep everything organized, and I love it. For my classes that I use this for, the only way you can fail class, well, I guess if you don't come, but the only way to fail class is if you try to hand me anything on paper. Paper, no, I don't want any paper. What Schooltown lets me have is an environment that's completely paperless, but at the same time there's built-in accountability because there is a portfolio of every single assignment that every person has done or not done. I have a running record of it. So what I'm going to do, and this is a little bit different than the other modules, I'm actually going to take you kind of on a virtual field trip and poke around, and you're looking at Schooltown through the eyes of a teacher. I am the teacher here, where the people that are taking my online professional development class would be considered the students, so they wouldn't have access to the group tools and things like that. So I'm actually taking you in for a sneak peek of what the teacher gets to see. First of all, you come in and you set up a class. Once you go ahead and sign up and get your username, then you go ahead and create a group. Well, I've created a lot of groups, and I've lived and tried and poked around and learned some things. And so I have lots of groups, and those are all listed under my classes. Yours might list first period, second period, third period, whatever. But these are just some of mine. But I use it a lot for professional development. So that's what I'm working on. And that's really what you're seeing right now is Schooltown used in a professional development mode. And I'm calling this one Transforming Teaching Today. And what you can see below here is I love the organization because I have a unit, and these are all the modules that go with that unit. And any attachments that I need to give to my students or they need to submit back to me, everything is done here. There's no flash drives back and forth. There's no save it to the server. And everything's floating around out in the cloud, and it's all secure and backed up. So I love it. Let's take a look. So we can join a group, create a group. Your profile. You can go in and change your profile, add your little picture, and do all those things. Where's my profile? Oh, under settings. There it is. Sorry, got lost there. And help. And of course, you can always log out. The main menus, you have all these things that you can do. You can create your own to-do list. You obviously see I have a few things I need to do. Your events, your calendars, your bookmarks. I can save files, so I don't need to be worrying about my flash drive, or is it on my home computer, or is my school computer. I can have everything exactly where I need it. We could communicate right through this, and so let's say that I'm working from home and I see that I have a student that didn't turn in something, or I want to ask some questions. I can communicate right through here by sending a message or an email, or I can make an announcement out that broadcasts out to everyone or to a select group depending on what my needs are. So if you have to change a test for third period because of the fire drill today, you could quick send out an announcement. It would blast out to everybody. I also love the chat. The built-in chat is great because we're really in a gated community here. The only people allowed in the chat are the people that are part of our group. And you invite people to the group once you create the group, you get a token. And only those people that have that token, which is a code, can get into the group. So you really are much safer. You're still in a social networking environment, but you're in a safe social networking environment, which is really nice. Now, I can make assignments, and that's what I've done here. And the assignments can nest underneath a unit, or they can float out by themselves. And as I make the assignment, I just come in, click on my little down arrow, and I go ahead and make the new assignment. As students that are in my professional development class, participants we'll call them, as they complete the assignment, it goes to their completed assignments. That should be blank because nothing's been completed yet. And then older ones can go to archived. And if you're in progress, you're working, but you're not done, you can always save something into a draft assignment and then turn it in when you are ready. Again, all the turning in and everything is done right here by submitting once you do an assignment. Over To the right, we have a couple of my favorite things, and one of them is the media library. Now, the media library has made my life as a teacher so much easier because I can collect very large media files, and they are compressed, they are condensed, whatever the magic of the technology is. They are condensed, compressed, whatever, and here it is. And so right there, it plays in its own player. You don't have to go out and make sure we have the right version of this. It's all within this media library. So what I do when I'm ready to upload my media, I go ahead and say add media. And is it part of a series? And then you just go ahead through. I can go ahead and what's nice from a teaching perspective is you can approve all the media before it goes up. So you don't have to worry about something going up that would be inappropriate. So you can approve your media, keep track of your own media, and you basically are developing a portfolio of your media, which is really nice. And so that is the media library. We have the files. We can make bookmarks too. So instead of running around to every computer in the computer lab, you can just put your bookmarks in here once, and as the student opens their assignment, there are the bookmarks. The chat is a really nice feature too because again, it is only the people that are in the class that can be part of the chat. Discussions, great to set up. So if I need to maybe make an exit slip to check for comprehension after a lesson, I can make a discussion and ask students to respond to that. And again, we could take notes right in here, which is really a nice feature, especially if you're in a one-to-one environment, that you can have everything kind of self-contained instead of going out to this wiki and here and there. You can have everything in one place. Group tools, very important. They always remember that the teacher, the person setting up the network, the teacher, has control of what to turn on and what to turn off. So let's say, for example, you don't want the chat turned on. Well, you turn it off. You just hide it. Or they ask the question. Whatever it is, you can go ahead and do that. And you can link out to some other things and just really, this is a really nice way to organize things. I think those are called connectors now. Yes, and this is the way I use the connectors is I do have a wiki, and that's on Wiki Spaces, and so I can link right out to my wiki. Look at this. Look how easy this is. I just go to the page of my wiki that I want my group to see. I go ahead, paste it right in there, and now it's going to make that connection within the group controls, which is great. What I found is I don't have people here, there. This is home base for us. This is Launchpad, and everything's within that home base, which is really great, especially if you're working with younger children. Oh, where are we? I'm lost. Blah, blah. We're in a safe place. It's safe social networking. And the no paper thing, I'm thinking it's pretty priceless. Now, I haven't used the reports extensively, but you can see right here. So a chat history. Let's say that we're doing a novel study, and I want like everybody to respond to the novel study 3 times before next Tuesday. I can see right here if they did it. Also, I love this. If I set a due date for an assignment and some people choose not to turn it in by the date, I get a report that tells me these 5 people are still waiting. So I don't have to go root around and look for everything. The report comes to me, which has really been fantastic. So you get all these different reports. You can generate whatever ones that you would like. Now we have control over group members. These are the way we can add our group members. I have found it easiest to add by the token because if not, you have to collect everybody's email and send it out. But it depends on how you're using it. If you want to use it like professional development within your school district, like I'm using it, you already have everybody's email address. Or let's say you just want to use it with the Language Arts Committee. You can go ahead and make your list and email and just import that. So it's up to you how you want to do it. I have added members one by one as if I'm in a session and I just quick need these 5 people, I've done that. And then if you have things in a database or a spreadsheet, you can also upload them that way. Again, because the teacher's in control, you can choose to have parents observe or not. That's your choice. It's designed that it's kind of a whole interactive community, but it's your choice what you would like to have turn on or turn off. And you can start small and go whatever direction that you would like. There's other tabs across the top, and for example, you could have your PTO calendar in here. You could have maybe all your sporting events when we went to Cooperstown. The coach put all the dates and the practices. That was great because not everybody had to go then add it to their calendars. It was all one. We could have our family calendar in here. It gives everything in one place, and that's really where I see the beauty of Schooltown. I could not teach without it. I don't have to be the source of all information. I found that by having the media library, for example, people are like, "Oh, could I use that in my classroom? Tell me more about that. How did you do that?" And they're having a whole conversation without me, which is fantastic. That's how we learn. So I could go on and on all day, but I could not teach without Schooltown.